Hi there, this is Rajat here from StartupFrat. How are you doing, guys? How are you doing? So, after yesterday's video, I got a couple of comments here and there, emails saying, hey man, what are we talking about submission? What are we talking about submission? Yeah, put your head down and understand. So, what is all of this? Okay, so the game is very simple. The game is very simple. This forum, especially if you're new, I'll just go into a little bit of more detail. So this forum is all about financial independence, about getting more financial options than you have currently. Okay. And I'll tell you a little secret. The way the different kind of economic elements, like you have these stocks, bonds, you have the metals and commodities like gold, silver, and other commodities. And then the way you have things like real estate, the way you things have government backed things like pensions and all of that. The way all of this is going is coming to a consolidation stage. So you can make good amount of financial gains and protect your retirement by literally any means. There's hundreds of different ways to get financially solid, compound your money, make money, whatever it is, right? But in a downtime, the key difference happens is who's closest to the action. Okay, so if the action is over here, whatever goods, products, and services being exchanged in the market which constitute the economy, and then you have certain instruments. Okay, this instrument could be real estate, this instrument could be mutual funds, stocks, retirement fund, whatever. Okay, what typically happens is that you are here, okay, and there are certain layers that are separating you from the action. Okay, these layers are also formed by people. Okay, layers of people, processes, legal speak and all of that, separating you from the real action, from the real economy where goods and services are being exchanged for money on a daily basis. Now the economy is there. It may be slowed down, but it is still there. There is money being exchanged. Now what typically happens is all of these layers are formed by people. So when a contraction happens, while the going is good, life is good, everybody is winning. Okay. When a contraction happens, all of these layers that are separating you from the action, okay, when a contraction happens, people realize there's not enough to go around. Okay, and the people who control your access to over here, who are they going to take care of first? Are they going to take care of you, or are they going to take care of themselves? They're going to take care of themselves. Okay, I'll just give you 2 or 3 examples. If you're in a job that you thought, or in a career or industry where you thought, hey man, I'm going to float for life and this is good, money is good, I'm working for a company that makes money in, let's say, dollars or pounds. So income levels are better than the next person. It's a 5-day work week. Hey, life is good. We'll just chug along. Okay, chug along all the way to our retirement. Now what is happening is this company that is formed of layers and layers of people, these layers are going to protect themselves first, okay, and not you. Okay, if you're into mutual funds or stocks, these are organizations formed by people. If you invest in a particular company, okay, the management, who are they going to take care of first? Okay, themselves. Okay, then you have the primary big investors. Okay, the big investors or the accredited investors. Who are they going to take care of first? You or them? They're going to take care of them first. And then if there is something left, maybe a 1% return or something, you get it. If there's nothing left, you get nothing. Okay. Mutual funds, the organizations, who are they going to take care of them? Who are they going to take care of first? You or themselves? They take care of themselves. So when the market is growing at 16%, you get only an 11% return out of it. Okay, when the average market is growing at 16%, your fund is giving you 11%. Why? Because they take care of themselves first. When the market tanks at 10%, okay, you make a negative 15% return because they take care of themselves first, right? So the market is tanking 8-10%, and you're seeing your mutual funds go down by 15%. yeah. Hold on. Investment is a long-term game. It's a long-term game, etc. Okay, you're separated from the action by layers, and these layers don't have your best interest at heart. Okay, these layers don't have your best interest. Real estate, you invest in a property or whatever. Builder has a cash crunch. Yeah, What does the builder do? Do they pay you a penalty? They don't. Okay, they let you deal with the banks yourself. Once you finance the house, you have to pay the EMI regardless of whether you get possession of the house or not, or the shop or whatever, maybe commercial property or not. Okay, so if you thought you were an investor, you suddenly realize that you are the sacrificial goat. You are the sacrificial goat. Okay, now what are we going to do next? What's the next point? Okay, so the main point is the number one thing you need to submit in this time. The number one thing you need to submit in this time is the realization that you need to be dealing in the market yourself. The realization that you need to be dealing in the market yourself. Okay, it needs to be you, your name, your brand, your name, your brand, control over what you do, control over your cash flow and all of that, and direct access to the action. Direct access to the action. That is the only thing that's going to work in these times. Okay, the only thing that's going to work in these times. As long as you submit to that realization, you're a majority of the way there, because opening the windows of the mind is the biggest challenge. Okay, so you need to do this. Second thing is, people say, hey, there are many reasons why that idea I cannot accommodate in my mind. I'm just going to look for another job, another industry. If I'm an investor, instead of investing in stocks, I'll go to gold and silver, because hey, gold is doing well, silver is doing well, diamonds are doing well, whatever, all of that other cyclical stuff. Okay, there are some mental blocks when it comes to people thinking about their own brand, their own access to the market, doing something that they control themselves. It's a scary thought, because you haven't controlled nothing in a long time, right? So it scares. You haven't controlled nothing. So it's a scary thought, and I'm there with you. And I say, hey man, I'm going to go into all this ocean with myself and my little dinghy boat. It's scary. Okay, and I'm there with you. Well, let me peel away the layers of the scare today and see if I can help you take that step. So what are the different things? First of all, mental block. You think it is complicated. You think it is complicated. That's why I can't do it. The second thing is, you think, hey, when I go to the market, I'll definitely have to sell a product service, right? It's complicated to build a business house, product services. And the second thing is complicated to sell. It's very difficult, very difficult. And traditionally, if you see some of the movies around sales and all that, they involve a lot of hard selling, a lot of running around and all that, a lot of high what do you call it, high adrenaline action. Okay, so people think, hey man, that's I don't know if I'll be able to do that. The third thing is personality types. You may have seen successful business people, but looking at them and their personality type, it seems that they were descended from another planet. They don't seem like me. They don't talk like me. They don't walk like me. They seem different. It seems that they are like some major Greek gods who have descended from some other planet. Okay, personality type doesn't gel with you. You're like, I don't know if I'll be able to be that person, and okay. And the fourth thing is the fear of hurt. The fear of hurt. Okay, the fear of hurt. Which is, hey man, what if I don't do well? There are two kinds of hurt that you're scared about. The scared of losing money and the scared of being wrong. Failure. Scared of being wrong, scared of the failure. Okay, losing money and the scare of failure. Okay, both of these are deep-seated into your DNA. They're DNA level fears. So that's not a problem. I'll help you, peel away those layers of the onion. Now, what are the things that you have to submit to? And these are hard truths, okay? By making this problem easy for you, I'm also going to make it difficult for you, because there's nothing left standing between you and your potential success, okay? Setting up a business house and building your own products and services is not complicated, okay? In fact, it can be done literally over a weekend. The whole concept plan and the blueprinting can be done literally over a weekend today. Okay, it can be done over a weekend, and you don't need to build a whole lot of stuff yourself. There's already a glut of products and services in the market. All you need to do is figure out who needs them and at what price, and then you can create value. What is value? The only thing you can do, okay, to solve this confusion is, there are people with money. In fact, let me bring this over here, this arrow over here. Okay, there are people with money who are willing to solve a problem. Okay, for them, For them, in their mind, they are willing to, let's say, pay $100, 100 rupees to solve a problem. Okay, you find an easy way to solve their problem and you're able to get it over to them at, let's say, less than $100, let's say 80. Okay, let's say 80. The moment, okay, you're able to provide a solution to people's problems at a price point less than what they thought they would have to pay for it, okay, is when value is created. Okay, so all of this stuff, this whole, stuff about building out a complex business house, production, machinery, office, AC, employees, etc., etc., it goes out the window. It's a byproduct. It's not even something to think about. Okay, it's not something to think about. What you got to be thinking about is, what is it that people need? Okay, and what is it that they're willing to pay, and can I provide it to them, even if that product is not my own, even if I get it from somewhere, and can I provide it to them at a price point that whatever price point they're willing to pay for, can I provide it to them lower? Value is instantly created. Okay, this thing goes out the window and this thing goes out of the window. Okay, seriously, there is zero hard sell involved over here. Okay, there's zero hard sell involved over here. Okay, the second thing is, people understand, there are certain people, obviously the people who've been in business long enough, etc., who understand the different ins and outs of the business game. There may be 5 or 10 different variables, okay, that they understand, but they don't talk about it, right? All you see outside is factories and offices and employees and big boards and big brands and all of that. You don't see the inside stuff, which is, they understand maybe 5 or 10 of the microprocesses that go into building a business. Maybe 5 or 10 of the microprocesses that go into building a business. Okay, little more than you. Okay, fun fact, most of the knowledge that they have, knowledge is changing so fast today in today's economy, changing so fast. Most of the knowledge that they have, okay, can be broken down. 80% of what the edge that they have on you can be broken down into maybe 3 skill sets. Okay, now this is not something I've invented. If you go on the internet, you'll find people talking about it. You're at the max 3 skill sets away from building your dream life. You're at the max 3 skill sets away from building your dream life. Now, for different businesses, different industries, etc., these could be different skill sets. I don't know, because I haven't worked in every industry. Okay, but I've worked in quite a few. But anyway, you're at the max 3 skill sets away from building a dream life. Okay. Now, the fun part is this. That there are certain options opening up in the market. How many? Maybe around 100 options opening up in the market. Okay, where chances are that you can build this learning in 100 different combinations over a period of maybe 2 to 3 months. Okay, 100 different opportunity areas, not 1, 2, 5, 7, 10, no, 100 different opportunity areas that are opening up, where you can build these skill sets in a period of 60 to 90 days. Okay, and then, okay, you can be at this level in one of those areas, one of those 100 areas. You won't be superhuman, you won't be a Greek god who was descended from Saturn and all of that. But in certain area where money is being exchanged, you can become as good or better than the next guy within a period of 2 to 3 months. Why is that? Because these areas are new, constantly evolving, and some of the tools and techniques that are available today to be able to improve yourself were not available 5 years back or 2 years back or 4 years back. Okay, so game is changing, game is improving, and you have a window of opportunity, which is what I was talking about yesterday. So if you haven't seen yesterday's video, watching this video new, join the group today, etc., you need to go down and watch the other video. Okay, about the window of opportunity. Window of opportunity is opening up. Okay, now what about this, man? What about being wrong and losing money and all of that? Yeah, the fear, the hurt. Okay, see, it's like driving a bicycle. Okay, you're driving a bicycle, and let me just go back a little. There was a time when you could do without knowing how to drive a vehicle, because private vehicles were super unaffordable and all of that, and even to get a Bajaj scooter, it would take 10 years of waiting, etc. So if you didn't know how to ride a vehicle, it didn't matter, because you are using public transport anyway. Then came the 90s, where everybody had their own bike, or at least their own car or bike or something. They had at least one vehicle in the house which they owned, and which somebody in the house knew how to drive. Okay, so you had to learn it. You had to learn it because the time demanded it. Okay, and then came the 2000s, 2010, where there are, however many people are there in the house, as long as they are adults, they must know how to drive maybe a bike or a car. And usually a household, you'll find maybe 2 cars and a couple of bikes, or 2 cars and a bike, or 1 car and 2 bikes, right? So you have minimum of 3 vehicles in every household. Okay, it is imperative today for everybody to be able to drive if they wanna get around and take advantage of the economy, or even do things like mundane shopping and all of that. There is not enough time to do all of this, so you need to be able to drive around yourself and get stuff done. Otherwise, the world is moving too fast, you will get left behind. So you had to submit and you had to learn that skill of driving, let us say a bike or a bicycle or whatever, right? And that's where the journey started. That is the skill set. Now, what about getting hurt? Sometimes you did get hurt, you hurt your knee and all that, but did that stop you? Did that stop you? The people who stopped learning a bicycle because they got hurt a couple of times, they are the ones today who probably will not be able to manage, regardless of how much of Uber and Ola runs in this country. They will not be able to manage and not be able to run at a speed, not be able to enjoy themselves in an economy which is running at top speed, okay? Now, what you can do is, you remember those sidey little wheel things that were there for the bicycle, right? So you're driving, you don't really fall, but that little wheel on either side, it kind of helps you, right? It helps you. Okay, so I'll be able to provide you these wheels with a couple of conditions. Okay, so you have the cycle, this is the cycle, this is the small wheel, this is the small wheel. Okay, and I don't know how to make a cycle. This is the handlebar, this is another wheel. Okay, this is another wheel. Okay, I'll be able to provide you with some of these wheels so that you don't fall directly. Okay, so there's some protection, and you can actually learn how to drive straight, how to ride that bike straight without the use of these wheels. The condition being that slowly, what I would like you to do is keep raising these wheels so that you're not dependent on them anymore. Okay, not dependent on them anymore. Okay, so we have a program, an incubation program, which takes the hurt out of the equation. Okay, now, why am I telling you all this? If you're the right kind of person, corporate professional, looking out for options, certified professional like doctor, lawyer, architect, chartered accountant, who's lost in an ocean of other doctor, lawyers, chartered accountants, you don't feel so secure anymore. Or you're a small business owner who's sick and tired of getting hurt in the market with every little political, social, economic, or health related issue like COVID or something turns around. The first thing is your business is out of order. Then I have some options for you. But like I said, the good news is the bad news. Once I'm through with you, okay, nothing will be standing in the way of your success except you yourself. Now I'm coming up. I'll tell you, I want to, I'm unable to hold that secret anymore. Middle of next week, I'm coming up with a free 5-day masterclass. Where you work with me live. Okay. And I set you up. I take you maybe 60, 70, 80% of the way over there. Okay. So in your mind at the end of those 5 days, it is clear to you whether building your own brand, doing your own startup, getting access to the market real time, getting control over your finances through this particular model, whether it is for you or it is not for you. Okay, it is for you or it is not for you. Okay, so I'll be able to teach you all of these things in a crunch time period of 5 days, which will require a lot of hard work from your side. But at the end of 5 days, you will have clarity in your mind. Okay, now I'm not touting, promoting, etc. all of this because again, it's a free service, so I have to invest time in your growth, and I only want to help the most serious people. Okay, I don't know the dates and I don't know the format, and I'm just kind of thinking to myself, I'm just putting this stuff together in my mind. Okay, but if this is something that interests you and you would like to submit and learn some of these skills, then what I would like you to do is write RTL in the comment box. Okay, RTL in the comment box, ready to learn. RTL in the comment box. Why am I saying that? Because I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of promotion around this. I'll do maybe 1 or 2 videos, and if the videos reach you, that's great. If they don't reach you, I don't know, Facebook organic reach is reducing and the group is big, it's 10,000 people. Okay, so if you keep commenting, then I know who are the people interested. I'll tag you when the post comes along. Okay, this will be done in a separate group. This will not be done in the main group. I'll be setting up a separate group to do this. Okay, and information will be passed to those people who are interested. I'll maybe send out an email, like one email. Okay, but if you're interested in this, just write RTL. So whenever we get cracking, I'll be able to tag you and send you the link for that group where the action is going to be happening. The whole thing is totally free. Not 1 rupee is required at any stage of that 5-day program. Okay. So that's it from my side. Let me just check my notes if I've covered everything. Cool. I think I've covered everything. If this interests you and you would like to take that first step, totally risk-free, learn totally risk-free and free and risk-free, then write RTL, which is ready to learn, in the comments box, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.